Hi, my name is Tony and today I'm going to show you how to make vegan pumpkin ice cream in the Ninja Creami from foodsharingvegan.com. I have been loving this ice cream. It's so easy to make. We're starting off with some pumpkin puree. This is pure pumpkin puree, and the difference between this and pumpkin pie filling, which is sometimes the mistake that's made when purchasing pumpkin puree, is that pumpkin pie filling has spices and sugar, and we don't want any of that because I'm going to be adding in my own spices and sugar. I'm going to be adding in 1 cup of pumpkin puree, and I also have a recipe for pumpkin puree if you want to make your own. It's really simple. Basically, you either roast or steam a pie pumpkin and then puree it. And I put it in the freezer or in the refrigerator to use whenever I need it. But today I'm doing it the easy way and just using 1 cup of store-bought pumpkin puree. Add that directly into the pitcher of a blender along with some silken tofu. I'm using this kind from Morinu. I think that's how you say it, Morinu. And I got this one from Sprouts. It doesn't have a lot of water in it, but I do drain it beforehand, and I've already done so with this pack. You can see I've cut the top off. So I cut my top off just like this. Then I drain it in the sink and pour out whatever's left. If there's a little bit of water content, that's okay. We just don't want as much water content as is packed in there for storage purposes. I put the whole package in, and now I'm moving over to some raw cashews. I like using raw cashews instead of coconut because I don't like coconut personally. My husband also doesn't like the saturated fat content in coconut milk, so I instead use cashews. These are raw cashews. They're not roasted, they're not salted. If you use roasted unsalted, I think it would be okay. It would provide a little bit of a different taste than what we're looking for with the raw, but I've done it in a pinch and there are not so many that it's overpowering. So if that's all you have and they're not salted, you can go ahead and add those in too. This is 1/2 cup. And if you buy in bulk, I know I used to shop at a Winco and they had incredible bulk bins. I don't live near there, and I also didn't like how you had to pay in cash or debit. I'm always trying to get my points on my credit card. But if you do have access to those types of bulk bins, usually buying cashew pieces is going to be cheaper than buying whole cashews. That's all Walmart had, so that's what I purchased. But usually it's cheaper to buy cashew pieces or cashew halves instead of the whole cashews. And if you want the measurements, I am putting those in the caption, so you can find the printable recipe and go see all of my notes and everything else, including the measurements. I'm adding in 1/3 of sugar now, and if it's not sweet enough for you at the end when we're all done, you can do a taste test, and if you want it to be a little bit sweeter, you can add in more sugar by the tablespoon. We're trying to cut back on sugar over here, so I made it as delicious as I could without compromising the flavor while still using as little sugar as possible. Now I'm adding in a little bit of vanilla. I use imitation vanilla because it is so much cheaper, but if you have pure vanilla, go ahead and use that too. This, I want to say, was less than $1.50, somewhere around $1 and some change. And we're going to be using 2 teaspoons of vanilla in this, followed by 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Next, I'm going to put on the lid and blend it on high until it's completely smooth. You especially don't want tofu chunks or it to be too nutty from the cashews. You want it to be completely smooth and without any chunks visible. I'm now gonna scrape down the sides because it's not mixing what's on the sides. I'm gonna take the lid off, scrape down the sides so that everything does get fully mixed. And then I'm gonna try again. It smells just like pumpkin pie filling. It smells so good. Oh, you know what? I also wanted to show you an option that we like to do. You don't have to do it, but I've been adding in some protein powder. This is vanilla protein powder. I use the brand called Wellius. I bought this because it was on sale, and it doesn't have a very strong protein taste, and it doesn't have a chalky taste. So that's why I chose this one, but use your preferred vanilla protein and add in a scoop to make this a protein ice cream. So that's what I want to do. I forgot. I'm so glad I remembered. And it's totally optional. Okay, it's looking really good, very beautiful. It still has a thick consistency, and we're getting that from the cashews. Now these are the pints that the Ninja Creami comes with, and I'm gonna add in my ice cream mixture into the creamy pint, and I'm gonna go until the fill line. I've made the mistake of not going to the fill line before and passing it, and then I couldn't get the top on to put it in the Ninja Creami. So learn from my mistakes, because it is not a fun experience to really be craving ice cream and to not get to eat it until it thaws a little bit so that you can cut that top part off. Now you're gonna put your lid on and freeze it for 24 hours, come back and then put it in your Ninja Creami for the continuation of the process. I have already made my other batch. My other batch doesn't have protein powder, so it's a little bit darker in orange. This one has that white protein powder. That's why it looks a little bit creamier, but they are otherwise the same. And I'm going to bring out my Ninja Creami and show you what it looks like. This is the color it looks like when it comes out of the freezer. This is all frozen through. I'm gonna put it in the Ninja Creami container. Turn it on. It depends on which model you have, on which functions you also have. If you have a regular Ninja Creami, you can just hit scoop and ice cream. I'm gonna do a soft serve for mine today. I have to stand on a bench because this is so tall, but I did want to tell you that sometimes when you take this out, it will be a little bit crumbly, and in that case I just respin it. When I use the soft serve function, it doesn't happen as much. The soft serve and frozen yogurt section, it doesn't happen as much, but let's see. And it looks like it is all ready to go. It looks so smooth and creamy. Then you take out the pint from the container, the Ninja Creami container, and I wanted to show you, I usually eat them with a cone, and I got these from Walmart. They're called ice cream cups, and I want to say this pack of 24 was less than $3. It's not too much extra and makes a special experience for me, and that's how I like to serve it to my guests as well. For the purpose of this video, I will just put it in a bowl, and I'm using my cookie scoop. I don't have a proper scoop for ice cream, but this will do. This is a 3 tablespoon cookie scoop for reference, in case you don't have a cookie scoop and you want to use one of these too. Okay, I'll do 3 just to show you. This seriously tastes like pumpkin pie. It's so good. I especially love a dessert where I can get an extra boost of my protein in too. And I would say that this is pretty healthy-ish in comparison to ice cream. So give it a try, let me know what you think. And also, my photographer, Alfonso, told me that they enjoyed it with some mini chocolate chips. When you use the Ninja Creami, it also has the mix-in function. So at the end, you can mix in your inclusions. And he liked his with mini chocolate chips. And it would also be really good with a nut like pecans. If you have those lying around, I could see those being good too. I know my husband always likes his ice cream with inclusions and enjoys the experience so much better when there's something to crunch on, whereas I like mine smooth. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, bye.